So AI is literally everywhere, right? And if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it all, trust me, you are not alone. But what if AI wasn't this big, scary thing to figure out, but was actually a secret weapon for your daily life? Today, we're going to break down 7 incredible and totally free AI tools that can genuinely make your life easier, starting like right now. First off, let me just ask you something. Do you ever get that feeling that you're just drowning in work? Buried under this mountain of tiny, repetitive tasks, and your to-do list just never, ever seems to get any shorter? Yeah, I think we've all been there. Well, here's the good news. For so many of those little frustrations, there really is an AI for that. The best way to think about these tools isn't as some complex technology, but more like a team of tiny, tireless assistants ready to jump in and help you out at a moment's notice. All right, so let's jump right in with our first tool, which is designed to help you conquer that never-ending to-do list. It's called Zapier, and its entire reason for existing is to automate your work so you can focus on what actually matters. So what is Zapier, really? At its heart, it's an automation tool. It basically acts like a digital bridge that connects all the different apps you use every single day. It tells them how to talk to each other and handles all those repetitive tasks for you, automatically in the background. And look, getting started is super, super simple. It's really just a 3-step process. First, you choose the apps you want to connect. So for example, maybe your company uses Google Forms for customer feedback, and you use Gmail to reply. Step 2, you define a workflow, which Zapier calls a zap. You just tell it, hey, when a new form is submitted, automatically send this personalized email from my Gmail. And third, you just let it run. It is a true set it and forget it kind of solution. And listen, we're not talking about just hooking up 2 or 3 apps here. Zapier can connect with thousands of them. Just imagine Slack, Notion, Excel, Gmail, all the tools you use the most, all working together perfectly. I mean, the possibilities for what you can automate are pretty much endless. Okay, so we've put our tasks on autopilot, which is awesome. We've saved a ton of time. Now what? Well, let's look at how AI can help us use that newfound time to get smarter. This next batch of tools is kind of like having a personal tutor on demand, 24/7. First stop in this category is something called Google AI Studio, and this does something truly unique. It can actually analyze your computer screen in real time and give you spoken, step-by-step instructions on how to do pretty much anything. The process here is ridiculously simple. You literally just share your screen with the AI, ask your question out loud, and then just follow along. So imagine you're in Excel and you want to build a pivot table, but you have no idea where to start. You could just ask, how do I see my unit sold by location? And the AI will literally talk you through it step by step. Okay, first select your data. Great. Now go to the Insert tab. It's like having a live guide right there with you exactly when you need. I gotta say, when you see this thing in action for the very first time, your first thought is probably gonna be something like, nice, that is incredible. It's definitely one of those wow moments where you really start to see the potential of AI to help us learn new stuff on the fly. Now, Google AI Studio is amazing for learning how to do something. But what if you just need to know something? That's where our next tool comes in. Think of it this way. Google AI Studio is your guide, while Perplexity AI is your personal researcher. So let me introduce you to Perplexity AI. You can think of it as a search engine on steroids. Instead of just giving you a long list of blue links, it's designed to give you direct, clear answers. And crucially, it always shows you its work. It tells you exactly where it got its information. This is a huge deal because it helps avoid what the pros call AI hallucinations. When an AI just confidently makes stuff up. And this is where it really shines for anyone doing research. You can tell it where to look, across the whole web, just in academic papers, or even on places like Reddit. And no matter what, every single answer it gives you comes with citations. You can click right through to the original source, which makes it an absolute game changer for fact-checking and any kind of serious research. Next up, a tool you've definitely heard of, ChatGPT. But we're going to look way beyond that basic chat window and see how it can become this incredibly powerful partner for brainstorming and for solving really complex problems. Because honestly, most of us have only scratched the surface of what it can do. That simple chat box you see, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath, there's a whole suite of advanced features that turn it into something way more powerful. And this gives you a little peek behind the curtain. So you're not just chatting, you can use something called Canva to write and edit long documents. There's a special reasoning model that can perform deep logical analysis, like forecasting your cookie sales based on past data. You can create projects where you upload a bunch of documents to give the AI context. It's multimodal, which is a fancy way of saying it can analyze images. And now, get this, it even connects to Sora to create these stunning videos from just a simple description. It's becoming an entire creative suite in one place. And that, actually, is the perfect segue into our final category, tools that are using AI to completely revolutionize creative work. This is where things start to feel a little bit like magic. We're going to look at 3 incredible tools that are changing the entire game for creators. We've got Udio for generating original music, ElevenLabs for creating unbelievably realistic voices, and Descript for editing video and audio in a way that's, well, it's totally revolutionary. Let's start with Udio. The concept here is just beautiful in its simplicity. You just describe a song you want to hear. You can mention the genre, the mood, the instruments. You can even write your own lyrics. Then you click a button, and the AI generates a complete, professional-sounding original song for you. In seconds. I'm telling you, the results are just mind-blowing. All right, next up, we've got ElevenLabs, which is all about the human voice. This tool lets you paste in any text, and it'll generate an audio file of that text being read aloud. The key here is the quality. The voices are so realistic, so full of emotion, that you've probably already heard them in commercials or online videos and had absolutely no idea it was an AI. And finally, there's Descript, which is built on this absolutely revolutionary idea. It transcribes your video or your podcast into text, and then it lets you edit the video by just editing the words. Want to cut out a long pause? Just delete the little dots in the text. Messed up a sentence? Just highlight the words and hit delete. It makes video editing as simple and intuitive as using, get this, a word processor. Wow. Okay, so we have covered a ton of ground, right? From automating simple little tasks all the way to creating music out of thin air. Let's do a super quick recap and think about what this all really means for the way we're going to work and create. Here it is, our AI toolkit, all in one spot. We've got Zapier to automate our workflows, Google AI Studio to be our live on-screen guide, Perplexity AI to give us answers we can actually trust, ChatGPT as our ultimate brainstorming partner. And then we've got Udio for music, ElevenLabs for voice, and Descript for editing that's as easy as typing. 7 powerful tools, each one solving a different problem. And that brings us to the final big thought here. With all these tools handling the repetitive stuff, the tedious stuff, and even some of the really complex creative work, they free us up. They give us back our most valuable resource, which is our time. So the real question isn't just about what AI can do anymore. It's about, what are you going to do with all this newfound freedom?